Three, two, one, and action. Hello again, everyone. It is Gordon Majak back with another video here on a rainy Wednesday afternoon in the Seattle area. You can probably hear the wind on my windshield and my windows, the roof of the car, but it's so beautiful down here at the beach, even in the rain. I came down here to meditate, but in the meantime, there's something that just made me want to do this video ASAP. And that's because I came across something that I just had to share with you guys. I just thought it was so beautiful. So I'm going to read you something here. We'll keep this video very short and sweet. I promise. I really mean it this time. This is going to be a short one. I just want to share with you a couple passages from one of my very favorite spiritual teachings that I just sort of came across the other day. And that is, of course, the classic, the Hua Hu Ching, the oral teachings of Lao Tzu. And this particular translation, which I love and think is the best, is the Brian Browne Walker edition. And I just love this. I think this is just like an absolutely essential book to have in your very small spiritual collection, right? Certainly one of my very favorites. And you may remember what sparked this desire for me to do this video here as I thought about this the other day was that you may recall in my last video there from a few days ago, I mentioned how at the beginning of the year in January, because where I was sort of my life, I wanted to kind of reset and recalibrate my spiritual routines, like my meditation and studying and things like that. And so as part of that, I mentioned in the video that the ritual that I was doing, or the routine that I've been doing since January, was I did a reading of a verse and a contemplation of the Lao Tzu itself in the morning, and then in the evening before bedtime, I was doing the same thing. A reading of a verse and then some contemplation of the Hua Hu Ching. And they're two of my very favorites. They just go together so beautifully. So that's sort of been my routine. And the other night before bedtime, this was the particular verse that I wanted to read with you that just I thought was so beautiful and so timely. This is from the Hua Hu Ching. This is verse 75. Would you like to liberate yourself from the lower realms of life? Would you like to save the world from the degradation and destruction it seems destined for? Then step away from shallow mass movements and quietly go to work on your own self-awareness. If you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. Oh my God, that's a strong one. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is dark and negative in yourself. Truly, the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. When I read that the other night, that just blew my mind, that last sentence there. Truly, the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. There's another little section there that I'm going to skip, but then I also wanted to share the next verse, which is short as well. Verse 76 of the Hua Hu Ching, following that previous verse. Who can save the world? Perhaps one who devotedly follows these teachings, who calms her mind, who ignores all divergence, who develops a high awareness of these subtle truths, who merges her virtue with the universal virtue and extends it to the world without expectation of reward. She will indeed be the savior of the world. Wow. I hope you guys get as much out of that as I did, but I've had to go back and reread that a few times. I just think it's such a great reminder that we can't really do much out in the outer world and change that without starting on ourselves, and that self-awareness and cleaning up our own internal world certainly comes before trying to do it out there in the physical world, and certainly in society. So I saw that, and I just thought that those both of those verses were just really kind of stopped me in my tracks and made me think a little bit. So I hope it has the same effect on you. You may want to re-listen to contemplate those words. Verse 75 and 76 of the Hua Hu Ching. If you don't have the Hua Hu Ching, it's easily available on Amazon. The Brian Browne Walker translation is the one that you want. This is just such a classic. Anyway, that's it. Short and sweet, just like I promised you guys. We'll be back with another video here towards the end of the week. But the Hua Hu Ching, some words to live by right there, huh? Have a great day. I'm going to go meditate here in the pouring rain, which I love doing, by the way. There's something about the rain, especially when I'm in the car like this. The rain on the roof of the car and the windows just makes it so much easier for some weird reason to meditate, I've always found. So let's see if that's true here in a minute. Wish you guys the best. Stay dry out there. Stay warm. Spring is right around the corner. See you all soon with another video. Namaste. Love you, brothers and sisters. Now watch this clicker.